$50 million. Like, I don't know. It's one of my... Who knows? Who gives a shit? Where did most of the money go? Houses or...
Planes, boat. It's stupid shit. It was fun.
Because of the of boxing. Just
also
like
money.
Just like but I don't even think he don't need any money. He
spends so much money.
And also has gotten really into NFTs.
And if you in the NFT world and you betting on me, you will never lose. But what I need you to do right now, go get Mayweather. That's my new NFT. I've been working on that for months.
Joe Rogan and Mike Tyson have both raised concerns about Floyd Mayweather and his current financial condition. They pointed to his continued participation in exhibition bouts along with his high-spending lifestyle as possible warning signs. Even though reports mention a $42 million investment, ongoing claims involving financial issues and alleged scams have continued to surface. Based on their comments, they imply that Mayweather's fortune might not be as secure as it seems, leading to increasing speculation about whether he is facing serious money problems.
How do you feel about Floyd, though?
Huh?
How do you feel about
Awesome
Floyd?
fighter, great fighter. You know, he's a little too into himself. You know, he should be. I was the same way too, but you have to come to reality some way. You have to bring your head down to God. We're nothing to be fucking arrogant. You expect us to be ignorant and arrogant. Look where we came from.
That's why I asked the question earlier about you mentoring fighters, because I feel like Floyd looked at you growing up like every other fighter, and the persona and the lifestyle was like growing up in the hood. We looked at it like that's Mike Tyson. We see the cars, the jewelry, the flair. Like you was a movie star. You was a hero.
I didn't see that.
Tell me, so like, what's the difference now from like your era to today?
No one was afraid of anyone. Everyone really believed they can beat him.
But it's a business, more business, it's more money than everybody.
Floyd Mayweather changed the game up when he turned into the pretty boy.
Yeah, that was cool too. But he had to get in that ring and fight too. He had to fight the best competitor. He wiped everybody out. And that's why he's who he is. He beat everybody. He beat everybody I thought would give him a chance. He just wiped everybody out. Nobody can even match him. The best. He didn't pick us. He took the best. Even the guys I picked against him, he beat everybody, made everybody wrong. Right. That's why he's who he is.
Mike Tyson voiced concern about the decisions Floyd Mayweather made after retiring from professional competition. Although he officially stepped away from the sport, Mayweather continued intense training routines and later stepped back into the ring for exhibition matches. Tyson took issue with this approach, suggesting that these actions appeared driven more by financial need than genuine dedication to boxing. In his view, returning under those circumstances could weaken the image and legacy typically associated with a fighter who has already valued at a combined $42 million. While the move can be viewed as a step toward building long-term financial security, some interpret it as a response to ongoing criticism about his lavish spending habits. This major investment points to a possible change in priorities, indicating a move away from high-profile spending toward establishing more stable and lasting assets.
We got two more deals I want to get into. Floyd Mayweather just did a big deal. It's a short one, so let's get into that. Floyd Mayweather Jr. just bought $402 million in a real estate portfolio. That's dope. That's super dope. It says the retired boxer has gone into contract to pay $402 million for a 1,000 unit affordable housing portfolio of more than 60 buildings. $402 million, Floyd got 60 buildings. The multifamily deal for properties concentrated in Upper Manhattan will be one of the city's biggest this year. A slice of the portfolio closed Wednesday. The remainder is expected to close in the fourth quarter or early 2025. That's dope. Floyd just spent $400 million and got 1,000 units and 60 buildings.
Joe Rogan also shared his perspective on Floyd Mayweather and his recent exhibition appearances. He suggested that these fights might not be fueled by a genuine passion for boxing, but instead could be tied to maintaining a costly way of living. Rogan's remarks highlight the idea that financial pressures may be playing a role, indicating that these events could be motivated more by obligations than by competitive drive or personal interest in the sport.
Exhibition. So that's what's interesting is Floyd's making more money than anybody, and he's boxing people who have no chance of beating him, and he's doing it as an exhibition. It doesn't even hurt his record.
Because of the drug of boxing.
Also money.
But I don't even think he don't need any money. He
spends so much money.
Yeah, but he don't need any.
Are you sure?
Yeah, Floyd good.
I bet if he's planning for the future, you got to keep it coming in if you're going to keep spending the way he spends.
Yeah, but I think he has a lot of other business interests that he can get money from.
Hopefully.
And not just boxing. But it's the drug of getting. Floyd still trains when he doesn't have a.
Joe Rogan further highlighted Floyd Mayweather's high-profile bout with Conor McGregor, describing it as a strategic business move. After initially stepping away from the sport, Mayweather returned to take part in the blockbuster event, reportedly earning around $100 million, while the fight proved extremely profitable. It was broadly interpreted as a decision centered more on financial gain than on traditional competitive motivations.
So your new contract, you wanted no extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah, that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. No, sneak deserves, that's that shit I don't like.
Floyd Mayweather has built a reputation for openly celebrating his success, regularly placing himself alongside or above other legends of the sport while highlighting his accomplishments. Although strong self-belief is common at the highest level, his style of promotion is often viewed by others as excessive. This approach has, at times, created distance between him and sections of the audience, leading to ongoing criticism from fans as well as commentary from media personalities.
I'm separated now. You know, I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, you know, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. I had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my record.
Snoop Dogg, drawing from his experience in both entertainment and sports circles, made a distinction between simply having money and building lasting wealth. In his assessment, Floyd Mayweather may have earned significant income, but may not fully embrace the long-term approach typically associated with sustained financial stability. His remarks suggest that Mayweather's priorities could be more focused on visible success and lifestyle, rather than on creating enduring financial security over time.
Where did you get that business sense? Because you surpassed everybody in boxing and sports and everything in general. I'm watching you as like, you bigger than the NFL franchise.
You know, every time I got around my billionaire buddies, I was more like, it's cool to come over your house, but I need a house like this. It's cool to ride on your yacht, but I need a yacht like this. It's cool to ride on your jet, but I want a jet like this. And I said, no, I don't want to ride on yours. You show me how to get it. You can't be my friend if you can't show me how to get it. Once they show me how to get it, then I can install it in my children.
It's a bloodline thing.
Yes, it's about wealth. You know, I'm no longer rich, I'm wealthy.
Floyd Mayweather has consistently compared himself to past boxing icons, using those comparisons as a way to strengthen his personal brand while also drawing criticism. While confidence is a key trait for elite fighters, his unwillingness to adopt a more modest tone, even after retirement, has caused some fans to shift from admiration to frustration, that he has also acknowledged that his business strategy leans heavily on taking risks. Mayweather has stated that he often puts money into ventures that are not widely understood, seeing them as chances to generate rapid returns. However, this approach is frequently viewed by critics as overly aggressive, suggesting a departure from more conventional, long-term financial planning methods.
Experiences. And with me being able to make a lot of money, I'm able to bring my team as well as my family around the world so they can experience different things.
Something you said earlier, Floyd, it really fascinated me. And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing.
On social platforms, Floyd Mayweather frequently shares images of large cash stacks and financial records as proof of his success. While certain audiences see this as confidence and openness, others interpret it as over-the-top and attention-driven behavior. These public displays keep him in the spotlight, but they also invite closer examination of his financial situation, leading to ongoing debate about how secure and stable his wealth truly is.
The Money Man is getting ready. Super Bowl weekend, Las Vegas. We had to get the ones. Make it rain. I need everybody. That girl collection, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, the Super Bowl, or whoever win or lose, it don't matter. I need everybody there. Girl collection. Yeah.
Floyd Mayweather has opted to operate without a traditional manager, choosing instead to oversee all business negotiations on his own. This decision gives him full authority over his financial and professional choices, but it also places the responsibility entirely on his shoulders. Although this independence has contributed to significant earnings, the lack of dedicated professional guidance is often viewed as a potential weakness. Critics suggest that without expert oversight, he may be more exposed to unfavorable deals, fraudulent schemes, or investment missteps that structured management could have helped prevent.
With Floyd, he's never had a manager as well, right? He's always negotiated his own deals. Is that what kind of led to his wealth? He didn't have to cut a
It's not that he ain't got a manager, but he has got a manager. So he's can't remember his name now. So he's got a man, an elderly fella that's always with him, and but he does everything goes through him. Everything. Floyd ain't very clever, believe me. But training wise, man's a genius, and it's hard work, dedication. Don't matter how good you are. I mean, I am world class as an athlete, but I never trained like the top boys. I just thought, don't worry, because I love a row, I love the fighting. Let's just turn up.
Yeah.
I mean, but after 3-4 rounds, if I ain't knocked you out, got Sting coming at my ass.
I spoke on stage with Floyd Mayweather. We really resonated, and I gave him a hard time because we were in Miami, and I go, dude, I don't watch boxing. That's not my thing. And we chit-chatted about that, and we just spoke about wealth. And we went through the thing. When he stopped boxing, he put so much capital into real estate. He's like, Andy, why didn't anybody tell me this years ago? Because he goes, I'm paying so much in taxes. I don't like the government being my partner. He took all of his money into real estate. And he's like, Andy, I've never had to work so little for so much. He made $100 million in one night. Yeah, the government took half that. Now I make a lot of money, and I never get out of...
Joe Rogan commented on the way Floyd Mayweather regularly showcases luxury possessions, suggesting it could reflect something deeper than simple celebration of success. Amid ongoing speculation about financial strain, these high-end displays are sometimes interpreted not just as expressions of wealth, but as attempts to project confidence. In that context, the same public image that helped define Mayweather's fame is also being linked by some observers to questions about stability and long-term financial security.
Been able to do like that is Floyd Mayweather. He's the only guy who's been able to just be balling out of control, flashing money, $1 million watches, a fleet of super expensive cars, and still everybody up.
He does.
He's the only guy. The thing about Floyd is he never lost his discipline.
I don't think he was doing drugs or drinking. You know, he kept his...
Floyd would famously run home from the nightclub. So he would go out in Vegas, he'd be partying. It looked like he's partying, he's drinking water. And then he would have his driver drive, and with his pants on, jeans on, he would jog home. And the dude was always training, never got out of shape.
Dude, the jog home in jeans isn't the torture. The torture is sitting around a bunch of drunk people drinking water in a club. I jog home all night.
Joe Rogan suggested that Floyd Mayweather's intense ambition may be rooted in his early life and the strong influence of his family, especially his father and uncle. According to this perspective, the same competitive mindset that helped shape his boxing career may also extend into his approach to money management. Instead of viewing wealth as something to preserve conservatively, It is described as being treated more like another title to chase and win, reflecting a constant drive for achievement.
Let's look at boxing in terms of like how often do you get hit versus how often do you hit the other guy. He's the best ever. The way him and his uncle and his father talk, I imagine they were always super competitive from the time they were young.
Yeah.
Like he grew up being they're super competitive. They're competitive about talking shit. They're competitive about all kinds of things. So it's like that hive, like growing up with that all the time. And the boxing.
Floyd Mayweather has often spoken openly about how central money is in his life, and he has also encouraged his children to adopt a similar mindset toward financial success. On paper, his aim of creating generational wealth reflects a focus on long-term security and prosperity for his family. However, critics argue that placing such heavy emphasis on money may come at the expense of broader values, leading to questions about the kind of legacy this mindset ultimately creates beyond financial achievement.
I believe in building generational wealth. Even like when my children, all 4 of my children are adults. And I told them, no more handouts. Because I feel like I'm hurting my children just by, I give them money, they go shopping, they put gas in their car, they party, they come back, I need money. I give them money, I buy them houses, I buy them cars. Told them, listen, if you guys go to school or you work in one of my businesses, then you can branch off, get your own business, and I'll put the money up to help you start a business, but I need you guys to take what I've already started and triple and double that, and then I need my grandchildren to come behind you guys and do the same thing.
Floyd Mayweather is widely recognized for his extravagant taste, particularly when it comes to luxury items. His collection includes extremely high-value watches, reportedly even pieces valued at around $18 million, along with many others worth substantial amounts. While these purchases consistently attract media attention and reinforce his image of wealth, they also spark debate about long-term financial responsibility. Critics argue that such unrestricted spending habits can raise concerns about sustainability, suggesting that even a massive fortune could be affected if spending is not carefully managed over time.
My most expensive watch that I currently own is $18 million.
One watch.
One watch.
Tell me about your watch collection, dude. You have to have one of the biggest watch collections in the world.
My watch collection, I think I got somewhere upwards of 100 watches. And I got a lot of $1 million watches.
What should I pay for this one? What do you think? You're here for me now. I need some help. Help a little man out, okay?
That watch is a couple $100,000, easy, but it's worth it because it goes up in value. It appreciates, not depreciates.
Dude, how do you buy a $17 million watch?
No, 18.
18, sorry.
Floyd Mayweather is often presented as a highly skilled businessman in addition to his boxing legacy, but some of his practices have drawn scrutiny over time. Critics have pointed to claims of inflated earnings and disputes involving unpaid financial obligations as examples that have raised questions. These controversies have contributed to a narrative suggesting that his public image may rely not only on verified achievements, but also on carefully crafted perception and branding.
Mayweather is the most successful boxer in history with a 50-0 record, and one of the wealthiest athletes of all time with $1 billion in earnings. But I bet you didn't know it all started with a $750,000 bet on himself. Here's the wild story. In 2006, Floyd Mayweather was 10 years into his boxing career and earning over $5 million per fight. At the time, Mayweather was signed to Bob Arum's Top Rank boxing promotion, a partnership which saw Arum get 25% of Mayweather's fight purse. But Mayweather wanted more, and in 2006, he turned down $8 million to fight Antonio Margarita and said he deserved $20 million to fight Oscar De La Hoya. Arum wasn't happy and wouldn't pay up, so Mayweather paid the $750,000 exit fee in his contract to leave Top Rank. Mayweather then went on to promote his own fights, earning a percentage of every ticket, hot dog, and beer sold at the event, and most importantly, all pay-per-views sold. And just 1 year later in 2007, after leaving Top Rank, Mayweather made $25 million for his win against Oscar De La Hoya. Now that's what happens when you bet on your...
Floyd Mayweather continues to actively display his wealth on social media, even as he approaches 50 years of age. His posts often feature private jets, luxury clothing, and large amounts of cash, all reinforcing a carefully maintained public image of success. However, critics argue that this ongoing focus on outward displays of luxury may come with risks, suggesting it could potentially impact his long-term financial stability if not balanced with more sustainable financial planning.
So apparently they caught Floyd capping about buying some apartment buildings in New York. I didn't think it was a big deal. I mean, remember he said he had bought his grandson some property, I think, in Manhattan as well, too. So, honestly, I didn't really, think a lot of this was a big deal. I mean,
it kind of, you know, think it's a red flag when you 50 years old to feel like almost 50 and still gotta flex on social media. But, you know, people on social media do what they do best, especially black people, try to tear each other down. So people start researching, Angelique started researching, and they found out that Floyd was capping. Now, Floyd is part of like some type of ownership group that got a part of it. Then you got 50.
Floyd Mayweather has previously faced controversy over his promotion of certain financial schemes that were later labeled as misleading. Rather than stepping away from this space entirely, he later re-engaged in similar types of ventures, including a widely discussed NFT collaboration involving Kim Kardashian. This ongoing pattern has led critics to question his judgment, suggesting a continued willingness to prioritize fast financial gains despite potential risks to reputation and regulatory scrutiny.
Mr. I don't lose at nothing is back.
Correction, Mr. just got unbanned from scamming is back. This time, he's selling NFTs. Now, I'm going to tell you guys this is an obvious scam if you can just read the signs, but since Floyd can't read, I'm going to explain it to you all by telling you the history of Floyd Money Mayweather and crypto. Our story starts in 2018 when Floyd Mayweather was banned for 3 years from promoting securities after scamming his fans with an ICO called Syntratech. He was promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam. And now that it's 2022, his 3-year securities ban is over, and he's back to scamming again. He's currently being sued once again for his promotion of Ethereum Max alongside Kim Kardashian, and also has gotten really into NFT.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned, and I'll see you in the next one.